Welcome to Resource Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. Sleepy Joe is copying the failed presidency of Jimmy Carter's financial policies, and I was alive and living as a young man during Jimmy Carter's financial wreck. So let me give you a clue as to what to expect. Your prices are going to double and triple. Your gasoline prices are going to go up tremendously, even more so. Don't believe this crap about going down 2 cents. That's a lie. They're going to go up 50 cents to $1 a gallon or even more. Trust me when it does that. Your food prices, your basic staples, are going to go up double. Under the Carter administration, when I couldn't afford to buy many groceries, the canned goods place, we used to buy canned vegetables 10 for $1. They went to 59 to 99 cents a can in 4 years under the Carter administration. For those of you who haven't lived underneath that or as old as me, that's what you have to look forward to. Your prices are going to be doubling and tripling. They introduced generic label groceries. And trust me when I tell you that generic label, it was a white label with black lettering, and all it said was peas or green beans or corn. These are seconds and thirds, and when you open it up, surprise, there's stems, there's leaves, there's pieces of a green bean. This is the leftovers that didn't make the first under brand names. So get ready for that to offset and help with feeding your family. They're going to say, oh yeah, try this one, this is good. Generic coffee sucked. It wasn't coffee as you know it. Let's see, gasoline doubled. Clothing went up $5, $10. Tennis shoes that you could bought, Converse, I remember, was for $7, went up to $12, $13 an hour. And during the Carter administration, I was only making $4 an hour. So when all this hit, the misery factor went through the roof. People were angry. People were hateful. People hated Jimmy Carter, and he did not care. His brother Billy was selling Billy beer because he was Jimmy Carter's brother, and he was a buffoon. When I tell you that this administration, the Biden administration, does not care, they're following Jimmy Carter's playbook line for line, and they do not care then. They do not care now. Prices of food are going to go ballistic. Fuel is going to go ballistic. Rent is going to go ballistic. And your anger factor is going to just be a walking time bomb. I remember got newly married, and we were like, how in the hell can we afford to buy a house? Well, they had programs under Jimmy Carter that everybody should be able to own a house, even though you couldn't afford it, which caused an economic collapse. But I qualified at 18.75% interest, and I had to come up with $1,500, which Big borrowed and came up with, and we were able to put down on a house at 18.75% interest. When Jimmy Carter finally was voted out of office, and under the Reagan administration, things turned around, I can't say immediately, but dramatically. We went from 18% interest, we refinanced it at 14% interest, and I got a $400 a month pay raise. We were actually able to buy groceries and eat regular food besides macaroni and cheese, bologna, and hot dogs. When I advise you to stock up on foods you like right now, do so. Canned meats, all that kind of stuff, stock it up. If you see a sale item on hamburger and you have room in your freezer, buy it now, because in another 6 months you won't be able to touch it. He's following this playbook to the letter, and is going to bankrupt this country just like Jimmy Carter did, and just like he's going to do now, Biden. The anger factor will go through the roof. I'm just warning you right now. It will be bad news after bad news. And the press back then covered for Jimmy Carter because he's a Southern president and he was just a Christian and everything else like that. He was a fool. His foreign policies almost got us into I don't know how many wars. He got soldiers killed because he decimated the military by not funding them. Jimmy Carter hates the military just like Biden does now. Generic food, I'll never forget that. That was a surprise in a can. You never know what you're going to get. You were going to get. You didn't know. You didn't know. And it wasn't good food, folks. Sure, it was green beans and corn and everything else, but you never know what was in the can. So let me just warn you. Peas that were so small, you're like, how in the hell did they even get that picked? But that's the generic label. Get ready for it. Anyway, we survived. We got rid of the fool, and it took 8 years of Reagan to get us back to almost normal. Get ready for it. Okay, so I want to finish that off. Now, for the people in Kentucky, Arkansas, Illinois, and you want to help set their lives, make it better, at least ease their suffering for the minute, please go to grindstoneministries.com, grindstoneministries.com. It's run by Bear Independent. He is already have people in those cities, and he will be sending supplies, help, everything else to ease the suffering of the people that have lost everything through no fault of their own. I don't know how anybody could survive a mile-wide tornado coming down your street, but many did, but lost everything, and he's there to help. He also helps women that have been abducted and are involved in human trafficking. They've had a lot of success in saving those people from a life of misery. So if you feel compelled to help fellow Americans that through no fault of their own have lost everything, please go to grindstoneministries.com and sign up for an email, and you will get a notification back asking you how you care to help, either through monetary donations or supplies or physical help. Please do so. grindstoneministries.com, run by Bear Independent. Please go there, sign up, and see if you can help fellow Americans. There's no liberals, there's no Democrats, black and white or anything. These people need our help. As always, please get yourself right with God. Get baptized. You don't know when a tornado is going to come down your road and take everything you have and possibly your life. You have to be squared away with God. We had 71-mile-an-hour winds. I lost my truck. It was crushed by a tree, and we had several trees come down across our driveway. So yesterday, I couldn't go to church. I spent the day cutting up trees that had fallen. So you never know. But I'm here, and we have food. So thank you so much. Please continue to subscribe. Greg out.